Hello, good morning, dear students. Welcome to KLS Gokte College of Commerce, Belagavi. Myself, Professor S.B. Vendigiri, Department of Economics, taking online classes for 6th semester students. Dear students, in the last class, I have started the most important topic, unit number 4, that is economic planning. We have understood the introduction part of the economic planning, how the Planning Commission came into existence, and we have also understood the Indian economic planning. And in today's online class, in the video number 2, in the second video of the same topic, let us understand the meaning of economic planning. In the meaning of economic planning, different economists were defined their own ideas, views about the economic planning. If we are having a glance on the definitions of few economists, look at the first one according to Barbara Wooten. According to Barbara Wooten, what he said, Planning Commission may be defined as the conscious and deliberate choice of economic priority by some public authority. Very interesting. What he said, it may be defined as the conscious and deliberate choice. Conscious means when we are going to take into account development of a certain unit or certain sectors, we will have to have deliberate choice, means we have to choose that kind of for example sector which is lacking behind to support and encourage to develop that particular area or sector. We have to choose a particular for example what we call it as region which is lacking behind compared to other areas, and we are going to put maximum effort, and we are going to provide financial assistance and other facilities to develop that particular area supposed to be. So deliberate choice with lot of consciousness, and with economic priority we have to give priority for some areas while preparing plans for the future. We have to give priority for those areas which are lacking behind, and these priorities will be given by some public authority, means the entire activity, the entire process of preparing plans for the future is always in the hands of public authority, means government. So government is taking care of conscious and deliberate choice of economic priority by some public authority. Okay, this is about Barbara Wooten. Now look at according to H.D. Dickinson. Okay, one of the eminent economists, according to H.D. Dickinson, what he said. According to him, economic planning is nothing but it means making of major economic decisions like what to produce, how much to produce, and for whom to produce. Very interesting. What he said, while preparing plans, economic plans for the future, what government is thinking is it is thinking about what to produce and how much to produce and for whom to produce. Major important aspects are to be given importance in case of preparing planning. Okay, in case of preparing 5-year plan supposed to be. Okay, what to be produced, what is necessary, what is required for different classes of the society, the requirement, and what different class of the society is expecting, that only can be produced, that can be produced in with the help of these different plans. And how much to be produced, how much, what amount of quantity, what amount of services we are going to provide to the general public, it is also decided while preparing the plans. And for whom to produce, there are three classes of the class in the society, like poor, middle, and rich class people. Whatever plans are prepared, for whom we are going to prepare the plan, for whom we are going to produce, and for whom we are going to fulfill the requirements of what class of people. So government is always having a conscious effort, conscious, for example, thinking while taking the decisions of what to produce, how much to produce, and for whom to produce. Okay, it is very interesting definition which is given by Sri Dickinson. Now look at the another economist who is called Frederick Van Hayek. According to him, what is economic planning? Let us understand. According to him, it means the directions of productive activity by central authority. Okay, here central authority is nothing but central government is directing, advising to the productive authority, for example, productive activities means in what place, what kind of product, and what amount of product can be produced. That can be decided with the help of central government. That is known as economic planning according to Frederick Van Hayek. Okay, so these are about the definitions of economic planning. Now look at the features of economic planning. This topic is very interesting, dear students. Try to understand very systematically. It's a 5 marks question in the examination. They may ask explain the various features of economic planning. Look at the features which are relevant to developing countries like India and other Asian continental countries. First one, definite goal. All 5-year plans always having their own definite goal, destination, theme or aim. Okay, and each 5-year plan is working under that only. Okay, they are working to reach the target, to reach the goal. Okay, in that given period of time, suppose for example if it is 1 year plan or 3 years plan or for example 5 years plan. So in that given time, whatever target is given, whatever target is fixed, that can be reached, that is called as definite goal. Okay, second one, central planning authority. Each 5-year plan or in according to planning commission or economic planning, each commission is having, each 5-year plan is having its own central planning authority under the leadership of prime minister. Okay, so prime minister and other cabinet ministers are taking the lead of that particular authority. Under the guidance of this committee, the central planning authority is preparing plans for the future. Okay, look at the third one, that is time limit or time frame. Each 5-year plans, each plan, suppose for example each plan, yearly plan, it may be 3 years, what I said 5 years plan. Every plan has its own time frame. Within that time frame, the target must be reached, for example. Without time limit, without time frame, no plans are prepared. Okay, look at the next one, that is predetermined. Every plan is predetermined in the beginning itself, and to reach that particular target, time will be given for year. If it is yearly plan, 1 year time is given. If it is 3 years, within that 3 years, whatever plans prepared, that can be reached at the end of the for example time limit which is given for that particular plan. Okay, so everything is predetermined. Predetermination means what to be produced, what to be, for whom to be produced. Okay, how much to be produced. Everything is be determined in the beginning. In the beginning step of the preparation of every plan, everything is prepared itself, everything is determined itself. Okay, suppose for example, one example for that is, if government of India is planning to reach the target of GDP of 10% GDP at the end of the 5-year plan. Okay, it may reach the target or may not be, but in the beginning it is predetermined GDP rate must be 10% at the end of the plan, for example. That is called predetermined. And next one, comprehensive in nature. Every plan has its own, for example nature of area. Okay, every plan having its own for example what we call it as size or quantity. Here what happens? Basically, when we are looking at 5-year plans or 3 years or yearly plans, plans are applicable to the entire country. Okay, hope you understood. All types of plans are applicable to the entire country. So because of that, these are comprehensive, big in nature, comprehensive in nature. Okay, look at the next one. Full board committee under the leadership of Prime Minister. This planning commission, which is also known as the advisory committee, this advisory committee is having its own full board committee under the leadership of Prime Minister. Prime Minister is acting as a chairman of that particular planning, for example. Okay, and next one is possibility of successiveness. Sometimes what happens, whatever plans prepared, whatever plans determined, sometimes they may get the success or may not be. Sometimes what happens, if nature is not supporting to the government, there is no possibility of successiveness of every plan. Okay, everything will be, if there is a financial assistance, if there is a political support, if there is a social support, if there is a public support for success of plan. But on the other hand, if nature is not supporting that particular aspect, there is no possibility of success of 5-year plan. So maybe possibility of successiveness of plans. Plans may success or may not be. It does not mean that whatever plans prepared, whatever plans predetermined, that can be success only. No, not like that. Sometimes what happens, few plans may success or may not be. Okay. Next one, a looking forward plan. Every plan is always a looking forward plan, in the sense every plan is always looking for the success in the future. Okay, it's a hope, it is a kind of hope, for example. And if we are looking forward for the success of 5-year plans, if public is not supporting, if for example everything is not supporting for that, there is no possibility of success of 5-year plans. Always all types of plans are a looking forward plans. Look at the last feature of the economic planning is set the production targets. Every 5-year plans or 3-year plans, yearly plans, setting their own production targets. How much to be produced, what to be produced, what I said in the beginning, for whom to be produced. So every target is fixed in the beginning itself. Before going to prepare the plans, these targets are decided and determined. And once the targets are fixed, after that this planning commission is working on that to reach the target, to reach the destination at the end of the plan tenure, for example. Okay, so this is about the features of economics. With this, let us stop for today's discussion. The remaining part of the same topic we shall discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.